There's a trust when a hairdresser just touches somebody. You automatically get that little bit more bonded to that person and they feel safe.
Hairdressers have a responsibility to look after their clients and to be actively involved in the communities that they're in.
A lot of those conversations can get deep because you are in a really intimate space where there's a lot of chat going on. Sometimes you're in there for a really long time. Naturally, in that space of touch and talk, things come up. And sometimes it can get really serious. People obviously talk about things like family violence and abuse, sexual assault, traumatic experiences.
It can be a really scary thing to walk into a salon, sit down and have someone just come and start touching you. So I think breaking down that boundary or that personal space, it's a pretty special thing. And I think that's where the intimacy comes from, is because you're seeing someone with their hair wet, they're in a vulnerable position, they're looking at themselves in a mirror, they're in a strange place. So yeah, I think it's automatically an intimate space because of those things.
I did a survey in 2020 of salon workers in Australia, and of the 91 salon workers that responded to the survey, 50% of them said they'd had a disclosure of family violence in their time as a worker. But actually 1 in 5 of those respondents said that in 2020 alone they'd had a disclosure of family violence.
I was in a situation working in another salon a few years ago where a client came to me, and it became apparent very quickly that she was a victim of family violence. It was something that always haunted me, that I didn't know what to do in that situation, and then therefore I did nothing. Doing the training meant that should I ever be presented with that information again, then I would know how to approach it safely. Simply saying, "Are you okay?"
When I did the training and I realised that family violence meant spiritual, social, coercive, financial, all of these kinds of reasons, it was a massive eye-opener for me. Women saying to me when they're sitting in my chair, "Oh, this is how my partner likes my hair," that doesn't necessarily mean she's in a situation of family violence, but it's a little bit of a red flag to me now. Some of the other flags are people coming to the front desk and wanting to pay a little bit in card and a little bit in cash because they don't want that transaction to be seen or recorded. But also it can be a male standing behind a female having her hair done and watching.
There's certainly wrong advice that you can give in a family violence situation that can be fatal if the person experiencing family violence isn't connected to services. So it is really serious.
So pre-training me, let's say someone tells me about a partner that they're not so happy with, I would have been sort of saying, leave the bastard or something. But post-training, you want to be more delicate. You don't know how dangerous your client's situation is at home.
They are already having these disclosures in the chair, so it's really a case of training them to respond appropriately and to know that there are services that they can direct clients to when they make those disclosures, so that they don't have to take that burden on themselves.